Match point for the 19-year-old.
Game, set match, Fernandez.
Leylah Fernandez is into the semi-finals of the US Open.
Ben Lewis, thank you so much for taking the time. Let's talk tennis. US Open, of course. Two young gun Canadian superstars onto the semis. Leylah Annie Fernandez, let's start there. What is she doing that's just so special and so dangerous for her competitors right now?
Yeah, she's been on just an absolutely incredible run, and I think it began in the third round. This victory over defending champion Naomi Osaka, the self-belief really kicked in there. Leylah has a difficult game to play. She's a left-handed player. She likes to play right on the baseline, so she's redirecting balls really early, taking time away from her opponents. The left-handed spin is difficult to deal with, and she serves really well. And she's done that throughout the tournament. And I just think the confidence is so high right now. It's unbelievable to think she's only 19 years old. But after that win over Naomi Osaka, she was facing another three-time slam champion, and Angelique Kerber came through that and then defeated the world number 5, Alina Svitolina. So the confidence and self-belief are sky high, and I think she's having a breakthrough career moment here.
She definitely seems like she's in the zone. You kind of just answered my question, but I want to pick your brain a little bit more. Is this a surprise run, or has she been trending this way?
I will admit it is a surprise run. She did win her first WTA title earlier this year. That was back in March in Monterrey, Mexico. But since then, it's been an okay season. She's 17-15 going into the US Open. So it's not like she had been a world beater. But she said after her title in Monterrey, Mexico, that she felt like her game was there and she was trusting her process. And she thought she had just had a couple bad matches here and there. She felt like things were going to turn. And when we spoke to her at the beginning of the season, she said her goal for the end of the year was top 10. So this is obviously a player who dreams big, has a lot of belief in herself, and her father has a lot of belief in her as well. Her father, Jorge, who is her coach, he was a soccer player in Ecuador. I think he's done wonders for her game, and she's so focused and confident and works so hard.
She's facing Sabalenka, number 2 ranked. What does she need to do to come away with the W?
She's going to have to absorb a lot of power tonight. Aryna Sabalenka is probably the hardest hitter, I think, on the women's tour. And she's been a fantastic player the past couple of seasons. She's won multiple WTA titles. The only spot where she hasn't fully broken through has actually been a slam. She did make the semifinals of Wimbledon recently, but I think this is a player keen on winning her first major, and she has the game to do it. But Leylah Fernandez, she's small in stature, but she can absorb a lot of pace. So if she can frustrate Sabalenka, I think extend rallies and break her rhythm a bit, and then continue serving well, she'll have an opportunity. And she's proven she'll have an opportunity against anybody she plays with the players she's beaten so far.
All eyes, of course, on Leylah. I mean, even Magic Johnson tweeting at her. She's just captivated the world. But let's not forget about Felix Auger-Aliassime. What does he have to do to find himself in the finals of the US Open?
He's going to have to play the match of his life, I think. He's facing Russian DANIIL Medvedev, who's world number 2, and he's world number 2 for a reason. He's had another great season. He was in the finals of the Australian Open at the front end of the year. He's been to a US Open final 2 years ago when he pushed Rafael Nadal to the brink, and he's only dropped one set this tournament. But Felix looks very confident himself. He's carried over, I think, some momentum that he got from Wimbledon, where he made the quarterfinals there. He's done one step further this time, making the semifinals. And he's serving great, honestly. A couple matches here where he's had 20-plus aces, using his forehand to dictate. And he's such an athletic player. I think one of the most physical movers on the tour. So that will be another compelling match for sure.
And so incredibly mature as well. I mean, he's got an old soul. Last question. What's so special about Canadian tennis right now?
The maple syrup? That's what Leylah Fernandez said. Yeah, I think it must be more than that. But this has been growth, I think, for the past couple of decades. And, there were players in the past like Daniel Nestor who won multiple Grand Slams as a doubles player, but we didn't really have those notable singles players looking back 20, 30 years ago. And we should give a lot of credit, honestly, to Milos Raonic and Jeannie Bouchard. They broke through with Wimbledon finals earlier in their career. And we're just continuing to see these breakthroughs. Bianca Andreescu in the US Open title in 2019. We have a semifinalist in doubles right now as well, in Gabby Dabrowski. And I think the thing that excites me the most about this generation is everybody is so young. Felix, 21 years old. Leylah just turned 19. Bianca, young age. So is Denis Shapovalov. So they're in the early stages of their career, and they're going to continue to improve, I think.